Hey everybody, it's Joshua Langfelder, creator of the Randonauts, co-founder of Randonautica. This is my YouTube channel, and you're watching Watch with Josh, where I review some of the craziest Randonaut videos and some of the craziest Randonaut content out there. This channel has not been very busy or active lately, but we're about to start revamping it and coming out with some new content every week. So make sure you like and subscribe everything, and subscribe to all our socials, and follow the movement. So joining me will be Derek. He's like a behind the scenes kind of guy. He's acted as a cameraman on the reality TV show that we're filming, and he's just been around a lot of Randonaut content and stuff in the past. So he's going to come on and help me review some of these videos. So let's bring on Derek. How you doing, Derek?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. So we did this earlier, usually we won't have seen the videos at all, but we did a test run earlier, and it was the stream was a little choppy. So we've seen some of these videos, but I think it'll still be somewhat of a surprise because it was still lagging. So just for everybody's knowledge, it was a test, and we're doing our best.
Yeah, I know I missed, even though we played all 4 videos earlier, I missed huge chunks of all of it just because of how laggy everything was or whatever. So I know the general idea of each video, but this will be, hopefully everything plays fine and we see it. We're still learning. That's the whole thing. It's these, especially with these live stuff and how the world is now. You can't do too many test runs without actually just being live, and that's the kind of issues you have. So I mean, if anything, it kind of opens up, people get to see what it's like to try something for the first time. So
and if anyone has any comments or anything, we're totally down to interact. And welcome to our stream. I'm excited to see what these videos are without all the choppiness, because this is looking pretty good.
Yeah, so far so good, man. It's looking good. I hear and see you fine, and
Okay, video number 1. Let's see what it is. Whoa.
I love that little animation.
Yeah, Watch with Josh.
If you are watching, it's either probably because you know me and I made you watch this video, or 2, you are currently going down a Randonautica rabbit hole like I was yesterday. I asked him if he would just...
This video is from Fulfilled.
I didn't tell him anything about it because he's usually down for kind of whatever, but he's also extremely logical. So if I started to tell him that the universe was going to generate these random points, and then we were going to...
You feel like that's a good candidate?
Yeah.
Well, having somebody bringing somebody along who's super logical, and because I think it's that good thing. Someone who's really open-minded, and someone who's kind of
It's interesting dynamic, just that their relationship is that way, that she seems more right-brained, intuitive, and he's more logical. And so, it does seem like a good combo. It's an interesting dynamic in a relationship, but it's definitely an interesting relationship in a Randonaut combo, because then you got somebody who's more down to earth, who's really looking at the brass facts, because you can get kind of carried away. And I have seen people get a little carried away and start making these connections out of nowhere that is just kind of what? But it's a really interesting dynamic. I'm interested to see how this works out.
That's always my kind of favorite pairing is somebody who is okay, this means this, and someone who's kind of trying to take the more logical. Okay, well, there's an explanation for everything. Yeah, because then you get that good balance. And I'm sure a lot of the viewers out there are either one way or the other, or sometimes right down the middle. And I think that's that good dynamic of just you see both sides. Because if you have too many people that are like you said, that can kind of go off topic, a little over the top, start connecting things that are a little far-fetched, it can kind of take away from the experience, I feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what they got going.
I actually was already thinking about this afternoon, and I think that what would be interesting is if we did something that was really specific. So I was kind of thinking, what if we did our intent is to see somebody we haven't seen in a while, somebody we
That's a good one.
They're wearing a hat.
That's pretty specific.
Very specific.
Okay, so we have to so think about that thought. Let's put our
he's into it. He's doing it.
And that's the good thing. It's if you have somebody who's logical and maybe a little skeptic, as long as they're open to give it an honest try, I think is an important thing about it. Because you can be skeptical and then just kind of have that mindset of whatever. But as long as you give it an honest try, then I feel now she's wearing a hat on the adventure. Do you think that kind of helps keep them focused? Like she's
maybe
also
like
wearing a hat during
with
it.
the
'Cause, like,
entanglement, yeah, like it kind of puts him in that headspace of like, well, it's such a visceral thing. It's like you're wearing the hat, it's there with you. You're not just visualizing a hat, but you're smelling it, you're feeling it, you're feeling the hat on your head. So maybe that'll help. We'll see.
And every time he looks at her, she's wearing the hat. I mean,
yeah,
that might be kind of a stretch,
it's like
but
feedback loop. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Approaching again, it looked like it was in the street, which is so strange because, I mean, ugh. So we got to the point, we pulled over for a second, and we just sat there for probably about 15 seconds, and we didn't really want to weird the people out that were in the house.
Oh yeah, that's a really common thing, is people feeling weirded out, being out of place. It's sometimes like you just feel so out of place when you go randonauting, and it's like you don't belong there, and you feel like people are watching you. And there's like things. That's why we always recommended like bringing a garbage bag along and picking up litter, because it's like good camouflage. Like you're just a noble citizen picking up trash, like nobody's going to think that's weird. So if you feel weird when you're randonauting, just bring a garbage bag and start picking up litter. And
that's a good tip. I never thought of that. I think you said that tip earlier, but I couldn't hear you because all the technical problems we were having. So like, I remember hearing you say something about garbage earlier, and I was like, maybe just talking about how our connection is garbage currently. But yeah, that's a good tip of just kind of bringing, because at the very least, like you bring it around and pick up some trash while you're there, and even if you, for whatever reason, you're helping out. I mean, if nothing else, if you didn't get anything else from the experience, hey, at least you cleaned up a little bit.
At least you're leaving the place better than it was before. That's a good point.
Okay, let's just make one block, and if nothing happens, great. We drove around for a little bit and we'll head home.
There's your boy.
There's your boy with the hat. So it worked.
The hat. And then they know him.
Yeah.
Look at that moment. That's such a great moment there. Look at the face on him. He's like
coming around a little bit there. He's like, uh-oh, this is actually something.
Those are some great, like, it says a lot.
Are you kidding me?
There.
No, hold on. You have to go. We have to go talk to him. Yes.
He's like, I'm not.
I love that look.
He didn't want to explain what they
there
were
it is.
doing.
Yeah. Look at that. Damn. I need that on a shirt.
Yeah, this is a good like sticker or something. But he like obviously is like coming around a little bit, I think, and he was like super skeptical. He's like, oh, there's your boy, and he knew who it was, and their intention was fulfilled. So that's kind of interesting.
That's a great. It's such genuine reactions from both of them. Like her, like, oh my god, like this is what I'm talking about, and him kind of being like, you can kind of see it's like, wait, hold on.
You cannot say that this wasn't. Hold on. You don't break this off.
He's reacting kind of like I reacted the first couple times on my first couple Randonaut trips I went on with the doing like the behind the scenes stuff and going and filming like the locations and stuff like that. Like the first time I remember going out, I was like, okay, I wasn't really too familiar with it coming in. And then just kind of seeing like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. And after enough coincidence. Yeah.
It starts adding up for sure.
And Scott sees this guy, and this guy happens to have a hat on, and so he's like, oh yeah, there's your boy. Like, there he is. And we're like, haha, okay, whatever. And he gets closer, and Scott's like, oh, that's Ashton. And we're like, oh.
So they knew Ashton. They found that their intention was to find someone that they knew with a hat on, and they found someone they knew with the hat on. So their intention was fulfilled. That's really interesting. And
I think my favorite moments from seeing people's reactions and stuff, it's that moment where them saying, oh, that's Ashton. And then you see their face between like, it hasn't hit them yet. That it's like,
that was it.
Wait. And there's like that second or two, the transition between like getting all the pieces and then kind of like, wait, hold on a second. That is crazy. Yeah.
That was a really good one. That was their intention was fulfilled. That was really cool.
Very specific, which is
super specific. Like it doesn't always work out like that, but man, that time it did. So let's go to the second video and see what else we got going.
I'm going to be doing a Randonautica challenge all by myself today. That's like the #1 thing that you should not be doing when doing Randonautica adventures. The reason why I'm doing it by myself today is because I am actually traveling 5 hours away from where I am right now.
That's a
And I'm
good
like, hey,
idea.
why not create a Randonautica adventure for you guys as I'm traveling, so my stupid long ass drive doesn't seem as boring as it usually is for me. Yeah,
It is a good idea to go randonauting when you're traveling, because you'll always end up somewhere new.
Maybe I'll choose crime. We'll see
But
if
I don't
that's
know
any
about this
good.
crime intention. It's a little bit.
So-
I personally wouldn't want to find any crime.
That's never an intention I want to find, like in any like.
Yeah, mystery's pretty good, but yeah, crime is like a little like. Would I want to experience a crime? Like, no, I think I'm a good, upstanding citizen. I would want to have that anywhere near me.
Right.
So I think for my first one, I'm going to be choosing this one over here, which is crime/mystery.
So he lets someone
I'll
else
enter
pick
that into
their intention.
Randonautica and see where it takes us. Yes, it is kind of risky. I am currently generating the Randonautica pin right now. I've actually extended the radius so it can give me a really big radius. And I'm only going to be going to pins that basically take me in the directions that I want to go to, which I'm driving 5 hours, guys. So it's going to be a long mission today. All right, we just got our first.
That's good. So he's not like going too far off his, because he's actually is traveling.
Yeah, so it's not totally random. It really, if you think about it, he's like going in a general direction. So like there is a certain parameter to so he's like kind of forcing a rule onto it and almost in a way. So it's like not pure random. It's like he's like going in a direction, you know. So we'll see how it works. Like I'm interested to see if it'll still work, even though he's like only picking places that he knows he's already going.
So Josh, how big of a radius can you do?
I think that it's like 100,000 meters is the biggest. That's that's what it is. And now you can set your custom location with the Randonautica Pro subscription and extend the radius. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, get something good out of that.
Starting route.
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
We're off. He's already adding the creepy music.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
already
Setting
it's
the
already
tone.
getting
I really hope it's going to be good.
out.
Hopefully it's not going to be a waste of my time. It's only about 20 minutes off the highway, which after this location, I'm going to be still driving a good 3 hours to get to my final destination. So hopefully Randonautica will give us some good pins after this one. Hopefully this one's good though. How ironic is it that I'm being followed by the same car?
Okay. So he thinks he's being followed.
Video. That's whoa, what the hell's going on?
Oh well, he said it's the same car as the last time. So he did a video before and he said that car was following him.
Oh, so this is a car from a previous video then.
Yeah. So like, what are the odds of that? But so I think he may be getting a little paranoid already in this video. I mean, already he set a spooky intention and he's already like kind of freaking himself out. And if you look up symptoms of paranoia, like if you just Google symptoms of paranoia, it's like you think you're being watched or you think you're being followed, which is like two common things that people always think is happening with Randonautica. Really, it's just your fear of the unknown and like you're going to an unknown place. So your brain is like, uh-oh, I better protect my body. And so you're just kind of like spooked out.
So you're saying your brain is kind of already putting you in like defense mode. And now, so you're kind of like looking out for any kind of potential dangers, whatever. You start seeing something going the same ways, you could kind of like inaccurately merge those and kind of come across someone following you. And really it's just a coincidence.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe it's not. Let's see what happens.
This is getting scary. There's like snow falling off that truck. So that same Honda Accord, I'm pretty sure that's a Honda Accord behind me. The one that hit my truck the last time we were doing a Randonautica video with Rennie. And
hit his truck.
What the you gotta be kidding me, dude. Are you kidding me? It's the same damn car.
Okay, I missed that last time.
Yeah, me too.
That's on my ass right now. This is not good. I'm all alone. I'm pretty sure that's the same Honda.
He's pretty sure.
The dude that was following me, I lost him way back in the crowd of 18-wheelers, and hopefully he doesn't make a return. Hopefully it wasn't the guy from last time too, because I don't need that right now. All right, Randonautica.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look that video up after this.
Yeah, that's
the intention
weird.
was crime. And I'm gonna get out the car once we get to the destination. So this is pretty interesting. Randonautica brought me.
Is that like a jail?
Of Kingston Penitentiary. It's a prison. And I was talking about crime. Now, if you guys don't know, Kingston Penitentiary is one of the most notorious and most dangerous prisons that used to be active in Canada. It's abandoned now. Can't get into it. Trust me, I've been trying. But the thing is, I'm looking at Randonautica over here. the pin isn't at the prison.
So the official
across the
radius
street,
is
and I have
10,000
no clue what's
meters.
across the street.
6.21
so let's go
miles.
and see what that is.
So he found he set his intention for crime, and he found a jail, like not just a jail, but like one of the most famous ones in Canada. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
And like one that's like not abandoned, but just like not currently active anymore,
Right.
too, which is like
That's kind of spooky, like a abandoned prison.
yeah,
That's interesting.
not something
I'm
I personally
kinda
would
nervous
go
doing
into.
this by myself.
No.
So the Randonautica pin that I got showed me that this is where the pin leads to. What the hell is this place? Guys, look at this. What? This thing
Okay,
is so
this is a
old and
separate
historic.
building than the
But why
Yeah.
crime? When I say crime, that's my intent. And oh shit. So this is the oh, that's so cool. Guys, this is the Penitentiary Museum.
Oh,
This is
okay.
why it brought me here. This
So that's what that was.
oh.
I was kind of missed that last time. So it took
Due to
into
COVID,
a
the virus
penitentiary.
museum is closed until
Don't
further
tell me
notice.
he's gonna go in, dude.
Guys, don't trespass.
Don't trespass.
Don't trespass. Come on.
And especially don't
Especially
blame us
posted.
if you trespass. Yeah, on video,
yeah.
on a government property.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
like-
okay, so he's gonna go in.
Hello?
Closed.
Yeah, this is kind of scary.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go in there.
Nope.
You shoot it.
I mean,
It's written in 2 different
Right.
languages. Don't go in.
hello, anyone
But
here?
that is interesting that his intention
Randonautica
was
brought me
fulfilled.
here.
Don't put that on us, bro.
You brought yourself there, man.
Any Randonautica people follow me in here? This area. I just did some research about this place, and apparently the warden of the prison, this used to be his house, and it's now a museum. And he
Okay.
actually died upstairs.
Oh man.
Whoa, that's pretty spooky.
And they claim that it's haunted. I just read on the article.
There's the
So
mystery
it's
aspect.
like yeah, there's your mystery.
You got your
It's,
crime, you got your mystery.
yeah, his intention was fulfilled. That's pretty interesting. And he was all spooked out in the beginning, but then he actually worked and he found his location. That's
Prison museum is
so interesting. Go ahead.
what it's called. That's so crazy. That's so freaking crazy that I mentioned crime and Randonautica brought me all the way here. They're clearly listening in. Guys,
Well,
I am
okay,
still
let's pause it there. We're not listening to anybody's phone conversations. We don't even have the ability to access the microphone if you look at the app permissions. We use my machine interaction just as consciousness influencing randomness to bring you to a potentially interesting geographic location. It's like remote viewing or something. It's a practical remote viewing application, which means like you're sensing potentially interesting information about a geographic location. What is interesting is that like we're doing this thing that is like so kind of far-fetched in a lot of people's minds, but then their explanation is that we're like super hackers who can listen to like millions of people's phones at once and send them to geographic locations that relate to what they've been talking about. I think what you were saying, Derek, last time, which is a good idea, was like, don't even say your intention out loud. Just think it, because that's how it works. It's just like visualize and think it, and you can prove for yourself that we're not actually listening because like if you don't even say the intention or don't even be by your phone, like then it'll still like you'll still get a hit and you'll see that it's working that way. So it's just interesting to me that people's like practical minds go, okay, it can't be my machine interaction. It has to be they're listening to you, and then they're posting that like on Facebook, who literally are listening to you, like
Which is funny to think of because this is
Ironic.
our second time attempting this stream today because we couldn't get the technology ready
You're right.
earlier. So
Yeah.
so the idea of us being able to like hack people's mics and stuff like that on their phones is just like,
yeah,
I mean,
it's so funny.
we couldn't get a basic stream going earlier, but
Yeah, but-
yeah, it's just kind of funny to think of. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, we're not listening. And like you were explaining earlier, Joshua, just kind of like don't even say it, just think it. And if you're going with a
Yeah.
partner or whatever, and you guys need to discuss what the intention is going to be, do it far away from any kind of technology, and then come back to your phone and plug it in and just or write it on, write it down and just show it to the other person, like
right.
you know.
being
Yeah.
followed by that fucking
In 3.2 kilometers, turn left onto Sunny Meadow Boulevard.
Man, he's
I'm
done
still
it.
being followed by that damn car.
98, 100.
Jesus
So he's
Christ.
definitely
It's
breaking
that
the
same
law.
Honda Accord.
Well, that's kilometers though. They're in Canada.
Okay.
So that's probably
maybe
close
not.
to like, you know, the I don't know what the conversion is, 65 or 70.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, but he was gunning it though. He's so like he was.
He's a little
he's
spooked.
he's a little spooked about something. I think maybe the ghost of the warden is in that Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. What's going on here? He's literally on my tail. He's literally on my f***ing tail. Jesus Christ. That's his license plate, guys. Shit. What are they doing?
There are multiple people in the car.
It just
That's
seems
the Honda
like
Accord.
Yeah.
it doesn't really
What kind
seem
of
like they're following him though.
Is that it? That's the guy that was just following me this whole f***ing way.
Aubrey wants to know, couldn't they just be trying to race?
Green Honda
No,
Accord.
that's funny.
I am
Maybe.
currently
I mean,
in
the Accord's
Brampton,
kind of a weird
Ontario.
thing to try to race in. But
2.5 hours away from that prison I was just showing you guys. And the entire time, that green Honda Accord was following me. It's the same one. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. I don't know if that one
He's
had
pretty
tint
sure.
though, but
Can we
that one
pause
was
it?
following me too. Like,
When I went on a trip
Randonautica
to
challenge.
Colorado, I went on a trip to Colorado like over the summer, and we were like following these bikers the entire time, and we ended up even staying at the same hotel, and then we ended up going to the same breakfast place. And I wasn't thinking like, oh, they're following us, like, and getting all creeped out. But like when I was on a road trip, sometimes people are just going to the same place when you're on a road trip.
especially if you're on the highway, because like it's not like there's a lot of opportunities for turning and stuff like that. Now the fact that like he said the Honda was behind him, and then before he got to the penitentiary, and then went to the penitentiary, spent some time there, some time in the museum.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That's a little more interesting. But he even kind of sounds like he's kind of doubting himself too, because he's like, that's the same one that he was like, well, I don't know if the other one had tint.
Yeah,
Well,
he's like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But and then he keeps referencing these Randonautica people. Like we just have people all over the globe just like following people, which I think is hilarious. Like we can barely manage a team of 8 people, but we have like millions of like
and like ready to go like wherever they generate.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden it's there. Like we would have to like 1 in 10 people on Earth are.
It would be a logistical nightmare. But it makes me not want to like I don't want to like deny it because it makes me seem so powerful, like I'm a super powerful super villain or something. Like,
I mean, it's kind of a cool like rumor to have about you, though.
Yeah, it's definitely mysterious. Okay, well let's see what he's doing next.
You guys, and the entire time that green Honda Accord was following me. It's the same one. I'm pretty sure it's the same one.
It's pretty sure.
I don't know if that one had tint though, but that one was following me too. Like, what's going on?
It seems like he's just every Honda Accord. He's like thinks it's the same one.
To Brampton is because I was kind of like worried for myself. I'm gonna keep this recording because he's driving in a really weird way. It's because I was supposed to be going to Hamilton, Ontario, and I pulled into Brampton because this is where Angelo lives. I'm gonna pick up Angelo because I'm kind of like worried. Like,
so he's spooked out. He's gonna go pick up his friend.
My Airbnb.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Which we kind of recommend kind of going in
like, I don't get it. Left over here. And
if anything, if just for your own mental well-being, like, you know, it makes you feel safer to have people around you. It's comforting.
Yeah. And I mean, on top of like, not only safety, but even just having an extra pair of eyes to kind of like
to notice more. Yeah.
You can be looking at different things, or maybe you see something and you're not really connecting it to someone else, or I mean, just talking stuff out. Sometimes you kind of put things together that you might not have before.
Well, yeah, and not to mention this, the intention is more powerful when it's more people with the same kind of idea in their head. It could be more powerful.
True.
Okay.
Let's see.
So let's see what he's doing.
And he turned left at the same light that I did. So I'm gonna.
So the stalker is in front of him now, and he's following. So he's now become a stalker himself.
The mouse is hunting the cat.
Then turn left onto Golden Eagle Road.
There he is again.
And now I wonder what the guy in the Accord is thinking. He's like, now this guy's following me.
This guy just set his location. He's like, all right, cool. Now I got this weird dude following me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my distance.
Turn left onto Golden
He's
Eagle
literally
Road.
become what he feared.
I'm gonna slowly follow the Randonautica guy. He's turning left over there. I don't know if it is a
so
Randonautica.
I just have this image of these guys like constantly swapping who's following who and just being on completely misreading the whole situation.
I'm not turning this way anymore. Oh shit. Okay, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna.
Good call.
That just makes you seem so weird, dude. Like, the paranoia made him do something very strange, which is like he's like spooked out by getting followed, and then he ends up following this guy. Like,
don't follow people in their car. Like, because like if anything, like if they stop and confront you about it, and then you're just like, well, there was this app that, and then, like, you're gonna sound. People not familiar with Randonautica, you're gonna sound.
He's definitely being paranoid, and it made him do something unreasonable. So that's very weird. But
cool video. I mean, the whole like taking
the jail. Yeah, that was really interesting, and it like looked really cool. Like that image of the Kingston prison, like that was really cool.
And if he kept kept following that accord, he might have ended up at another prison after he was arrested for stalking or something like that. So who knows?
Yeah,
we won't know. It's still a mystery.
Yeah, cool. Well, this was part of his intention.
Exactly. There it is.
There you go. The beautiful shot. I like that one.
It's a
good one.
Thanks for sharing that penile pic there, David.
Video 3.
What we got here?
Let's see it.
Putting out into the universe.
Oh yes, these ladies.
What we want.
The twins. They're twins.
Energy of sisters. So it's taking us
sister
on a journey
energy
to fulfill our intent. So we're going down my driveway.
So they set it.
So they set their intent. So they're twin sisters, and they set their intention for sisters. That's pretty powerful, if you ask me. Like, that's pretty cool.
Because you were saying earlier that twins are kind of already known for.
They're already known to be linked, like psychically. Like, yeah. And then there's been studies about that and stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens with them.
Okay, so here we're going.
Sister. Yeah.
And it, like you were saying earlier, it's nice seeing a variety of people doing it, not necessarily just Gen
Zers. Yeah.
Pretty horse.
Get some boomers in there.
Yeah.
All right. So she's driving. She's doing a great job.
That's good. Yes, you wouldn't want her to be doing a bad job driving.
If it was my sister driving, I would just be talking crap about her the whole time. So
yeah, me too.
The supportiveness of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it says our destination is right up here.
I want to know what they're about to find with the intention of sisters. That's very interesting.
Oh my God!
Where are we going?
I love it.
Barbara, you won't believe this.
Barbara, you won't believe it.
Our friend's house, whose name is Sis.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No way.
Nicole's house. That's where it took us.
So her name is Sis.
Oh my God.
They set their intention for sisters.
Slow down. It says it's right here. Slow down. Wait. Keep going. Oh,
wait.
Here. There's Sis.
Here we are.
There's Sis.
Wow.
My God.
So they set the twin sisters set their intention for sisters and found Sis. Yeah, they're my favorite too, Lauren. They're so good.
Are we here?
It's so cool to see twins randonauting. That's like kind of interesting. The Gemini. Gemini twins.
Okay, Sis. I love you.
I love you. I like that she says that. I love you, Sis. That was really good.
She says, their name's Sis. Her name is Nicole. So I guess Sis is maybe just like a nickname for her or something like that. Or I wonder if that's like if Nicole goes by Sis to everybody, or if it's just like
did
they grow up together and that's kind of like a nickname for like she's like a sister to us, which I mean just adds to that if that's the case. I don't want to say anything on speculation, but yeah.
Yeah, but that was
really cool video though. Yeah, and like
that was one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, just their genuine reactions.
It was so literal too, because it doesn't always work out like that. They're so literal. Like they took him to Sis's house when they set their intention for sisters, but it's still kind of like a weird connection to make because it's like you might be thinking of like I don't know what, but that they found what they were looking for. That's crazy.
Wait,
for sure.
Keep
yeah,
going.
And it's such a surprising way too. That like
right.
Not what I would have expected.
No, not at all.
Our friend's house, whose name is Sis.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I love this reaction. So it's like brightness in their eyes.
Yeah, we love it. See, and not everything needs to be, guys. Not everything needs to be crime, or murder, or death, or spooky.
Right.
It can just be good, wholehearted family sister stuff.
Yeah, and it'll work. That was cool. Yeah. Let's see what happens on video 4.
This is a void location. My word is death. What is your word?
Great. My word is future.
I think I said that's
clarity. Clarity. All right. Let's go check it out.
Coming right back in there with the death.
Like you want to manifest death.
So we got to our first location, all right, and we found this right off the bat. There's nothing around us. Look around. There's nothing around us.
Now,
what
Josh,
is it?
David, if we pause this for a second, that's pretty not. It's pretty common for like a spot that they take you to, or then something just really seems
Out of
like
place.
doesn't like out of place, right? Because I know there's a lot of I've seen quite a few videos of people in the middle of the woods, and then there's like an abandoned car that's been
like my
painted all kind
favorite.
of crazy stuff.
Yeah, or just like a weird gate or something that's like in the middle of the woods. It's like, why is there this weird gate in the middle of the woods? Like that's like classic Randonautica content to me. It's like, what is this? Why is it here? What is its purpose? And you don't really know. Like they're saying, what even is this? It's just like some kind of ad hoc shelter in the middle of a field. Well, let's see what they're going to find in there.
So we got to our first location, all right, and we found this right off the bat. There's nothing around us. Look around. There's nothing around us.
That's nothing for sure.
And there's boom right here. There's just this random place.
So it's like obviously that's where they should have gone. Like it's so obvious. It's just like calling their name. Like, bing, come here.
Got a mattress.
It probably is an outhouse. Well,
an outhouse.
We really found Carson's intention, which is death.
Look what I found.
A videotape.
You just put it in.
See if it
plays in.
Whoa, you're kidding.
That just said all the dust on top. Like that thing's been sitting there for.
But why would it? Somebody was watching VHS tapes in this ad hoc shelter in the middle of a field. Like, how did it end up there? That's what I want to know. Like, why is there a VHS?
And I like. Let's all think like the kind of videos like VHSs you need to watch in private. I mean, growing up in the 90s, how bad does it have to be that you need to make sure you're that like, oh, it's like, oh, my parents aren't home. It's like, no, you're in the middle of nowhere in a freaking makeshift shed. And how were you playing it there? Like, why would, because there's no electricity there. Do they have like a generator? Let's go. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little spooked out about what might be on this videotape.
Oh, you're kidding me, bro.
I get a phone call later on today that says 7 days.
VHS tape, bro.
Yeah, it was in that thing.
This was a good first location, though.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Hey!
I think we're gonna see.
How you gonna do that? You're gonna take control.
So they had a VHS player.
Oh, it ejected it.
Oh wow.
No, it's broke.
So these guys have been pretty dedicated.
Yeah.
They're like gonna fix the tape. He's getting curious. I love that. So that's the kind of dedication I like to see.
Yeah. I like. It's just funny, like they kind of they're YouTubing how to take apart a VHS or whatever.
That's
it's
great.
Just funny just to seeing like the two different eras.
Gen Zers, yeah. Like, what is a VHS tape?
Oh, do you think we
Credit Room 2 on YouTube. Look in the stream info for the full link. This is a really cool video. If you guys wanted to watch the full video, it's in the link below.
This tape right here, you know, it's been through a lot right now. You know, we found it in the dirt.
So they look like they've been through a lot at this point.
Because this one's clean, this one works.
Curious for their other locations were if that was their first location. If they went to other ones.
Thank you.
So they got the tape. They put the tape in a new cassette case. They taped like the Scotch tape.
Literally tape. Yeah.
They tape the tape back together so it'll play.
That's pretty, well, it just shows that like sometimes it's not always going to be so obvious what you find. Like you're going to have to like be curious, like they were saying, like you have to like really dig and be curious because it's not always going to be immediately apparent what you're looking for. So let's see what's on this tape. I'm like really interested.
Could it just be empty tape, you think?
Hopefully there's something on there.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh my God.
That is spooky.
That's old.
What is it?
They're rewinding it now.
It's a silent movie because there's words.
Yeah.
Silent. Okay.
It's a silent film. It's kind of ironic because their intention was future.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that's awesome.
Why is this a silent movie? Is that not weird to anyone else?
It's so weird. Is that not weird to anyone else?
I bet it's called Future.
Metropolis, directed by
If a movie doesn't have any talking on it, how does it get likes and subscribes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro, this is old. Dude, I saw the words pop up and I thought it was like
You're going to die. Or
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Like,
Bro, it's a 1927 sci-fi drama. It has a 97% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude, that's pretty good.
That's certified rotten, bro.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, rotten equals death, bro.
See, this is what I'm talking about. People going off the rails
Yeah.
a little bit and just
Yeah.
reading into it too much. Like,
That's how I was
exactly
feeling.
what
I
saying
feel
about.
like at the end though, he kind of. It seemed like he was kind of joking at the end. But but people for sure do kind of go off like, wait, this.
Yeah.
And you can kind of be like, if you're going that way, you can connect anything together.
Exactly.
Like, but
Yeah.
you gotta have to like, okay, what? So I think, and this probably comes with practice too, of like figuring out like what is actually connected, and you can make
Right.
these things without being open minded, like the
Right.
explanations of certain things, whatever, without grasping.
Without throwing your brain out of the window.
Yeah, because you can connect anything if you try hard
Yeah,
enough. But it's like,
everything's connected.
yeah,
All right.
Wait, 3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Okay.
Cam.
3 out of 10. So it's like it's like a
The
dystopian.
influential German science fiction film presents a highly stylized futuristic city. I said future.
Future.
What?
Futuristic
City where beautiful
city.
and cultural utopia exists above a bleak underworld
Okay.
populated by mistreated workers.
So that's like their like death intention is like their mistreated dystopian civilization underneath the
1927
utopian
Metropolis, how cinema
futuristic
changed the way we
society.
see the future.
L Health is
Bro, my word is future. Are you
asking
kidding
for
me?
link 4 in the
Are
description.
you kidding me right now?
Wow. Yeah. The link 4 is in the description. Yes. If you want to watch the full video, which I recommend this, I'm going to check this out probably later too. That's so interesting, man.
Yeah, that's 1927.
Their intention
German
was totally
film.
fulfilled.
Why did we find that Gretna, Nebraska? Okay, well, hey guys, thanks for watching our first Randonautica video. If you guys really like it, let us know.
What a great video.
We'll see you next time.
That one was really cool.
What an interesting movie to find there.
Yeah, I might have to
Metropolis.
watch that one.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I watch a lot of stuff about like old film and things like that as, you know, an aspiring filmmaker and all that stuff. So like I've seen lots of topics about Metropolis and how it was like ahead of its time for certain things. I mean, because
Really?
I mean, the movie's from 1926, 27, and it being about the future and just like
Yeah.
the old kind of techniques they had to do for certain things. And
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. This is so cool.
Oh, okay. I was
Their
like,
intention
I
was
looked it up
totally fulfilled.
online, and the release date was March 13th. For a second, I thought it was. I was like, oh, March. I thought it was crazy if it came out the day they found it, but it's March 13th. But still,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So their intention was totally fulfilled. If they got that clarity on this like VHS tape, and then VHS tape was about a futuristic dystopian society, which is like kind of the future and death like entangled together. That's so weird. And then apparently our co-founder Auburn ran into these guys in person like 2 days ago, which is so interesting.
So they're based in
based
Nebraska.
in Nebraska. Yeah.
Wow.
They were saying that. That's so weird, man. And they
That's
were like
crazy.
on the stream earlier too. So if you have an interesting story or an interesting trip report, share it on social media with the hashtag RandoNautRadar, and maybe you'll make it onto this podcast, or maybe you'll make it onto our newsletter in the app in Randonautica. So that was really, really interesting. I think the fourth one was probably my favorite. The Metropolis.
I think so too, and I think they were good. I mean, all the people on it today were great. I think they're a really good example though of you got a team of friends. They're going to go out, they're going to journey, and they're open mind, and they're intuitive enough to find the tape on the ground, because not everything is going to beat you over the head. You know, it's not always going to get to a location and like, bam, it's exactly what you were thinking. You have to kind of be, and like they found it, and they had the instincts to kind of fix the tape because it wasn't working. And
and the persistence to like see it through. Like a lot of people would just have the tape and be like, oh, whatever, and throw the tape away, and then you would never know that their intention was actually fulfilled.
Yeah,
that one was wild, man. Like so literal, futuristic sci-fi film from 1926. That was so cool. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. That was an interesting thing. Thank you, Derek, for hopping on with us. If you're not a pro subscriber, you're missing out, because you can set a custom location in Randonautica now. And I suggest that everyone become a Randonautica Pro subscriber. We've got this really cool merch on our website. If you go to our link tree, Randonautica, I think it'll be in the description below. All our social media, make sure you're following the actual Randonautica social media stuff, because there's a lot of just knockoffs and stuff. Make sure when you download the app, you get Randonautica by Randonauts Co. We just released a new feature where you can set a custom location. So if you wanted to go randonauting on Google Street View and maybe generate some anomalies of the pyramids at Giza or something like that, you can totally do that now. It's really interesting. And you have unlimited points as a pro subscriber. I really recommend everybody be a pro subscriber. So thank you guys for joining us. Join us next week. Thank you, Derek. I guess I'll see you next Friday. And if this will work out, I'll be here. Fun. I'm actually excited to see, because I haven't watched a lot of this content. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Same here.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Derek.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. See you next week.